In the top left, Classic. In the bottom right, it is Taeja. On Ruby Rock, our first map here on this best of 3 series. This is also from the KSL, so he's been starting to play some of the other tournaments, it seems, where he's just playing StarCraft as well. But he's mostly playing SCE, StarCraft Evolution League. But this guy still is pretty good. I mean, he was really, really good. He won a bunch of stuff, right? So if you remember, a few DreamHacks, a few WCS stuff. He won some. He won some. I want to say his success was mostly in 2013, 12, 13, maybe 14. So, Heart of the Swarm, right? Like late wings, early hots, completely hots, I want to say. Fully hots. And 16 was Legacy, right? So, his peak was during a different era of the game. Wait, was Legacy of the Void released in 2000? It was released in 2016, right? Yeah. Pretty sure. Maybe late 15 or something. I'm not sure. Somewhere around that time. Now what are we gonna see out of Taeja? Going with a very standard Reaper approach, but he does go into the double gas with the factory first and is gonna go into command center afterwards, a reactor here as well. So what is he gonna do with that? Is he just gonna make Marines? Is he going into more Reaper and a few Hellions, for example? Is he gonna swap it around and make factory units on the double? There's a lot of potential right now in this build. It's just gonna be the Marines, and I'm kind of expecting probably some tanks. Maybe he's gonna get a Cyclone first. Be interesting to see. On the other side, it's gonna be Blink here for Classic most likely. Could go for a Adapt build, but we don't really see this in this matchup. There's gonna be the Cyclone first here for Taeja, just to be safe, a safety caution, to clear out early Stalkers, to clear out the early Sentries, to deny the Sentry Scouts for basically free with the lock-on, and to also have a weapon against early Warp Prism shenanigans, for example. No, the Reaper's gonna get away there. That was quite close. So he's going into a drop here. He could drop the Cyclone, or also just Marines and then bring the Cyclone. It's just running across him. Oh, he's actually intercepting the Scout. I really like this. Oh, he misses the Medevac. So this is quite good for Taeja. He's bringing a Reaper. He's also roaming with the Cyclone to the front. Classic has no idea yet what this is all about. I'm gonna see in a moment, Reaper and Cyclone hitting the front, the drop hitting the main. Unfortunately, it gets spotted by an Adapt here waiting on the ledge. Now, Cyclone and Reaper are just hitting the shield battery, and they're gonna most likely not gonna get it. I want to say he might commit to try and kill it, but he doesn't. So in the end, he doesn't really get anything out of this right now. He could come in and try to burst down the battery. Reaper is going into the main. On the other side, we do see him still waiting here. Now, can he make something happen here in the front? We have a tank, but it seems like we just do not have enough burst damage there. The Viking is not in the fight involved, shooting at the Stalkers. Can he make this happen here? Can he break Classic? The Reaper is trying to get kills in the main base, but unfortunately not getting microed. Only gets one probe there. tank trying to move forward. This is the moment to pounce. Blink is ready, and he's going in for the kill on the tank. He needs to spread out his stalkers. He needs to get away from the Viking. The Viking is even killed. Only Marines do remain. That's not going to be enough here. Another tank joins this group of units. He cannot really siege it up right now. He doesn't have the space. Another Viking here does create what he needs. Immortal coming in, going strong onto the mech army here. And the mechanical units, and this push is getting dissected here. Third base on the way for both players, so no big advantage there for Classic, but he's of course fully saturated. We see Taeja is not. He has been skipping on SV production here to make this push work, and he's of course quite far behind in tech. We already have charge on the way here for Classic with Blink finished up, and there's not even stim or combat shields inside here right now. He's just swapping a tech lab onto a barracks that's being built right now, and yeah, Classic is just moving in right now. There's another tank though still behind this, so Taeja should stay alive, but he needs to bring down the tank again here. Oh, maybe he's going too close to the wall. And yeah, the Immortal indeed is just moving forward. 2 shots are gonna do the trick, but then all of these stalkers blink in and are gonna die because that one Viking killing 2 of them. He's even going for the Viking. He tried to be repaired there, but nice snipe there on the tail end. Vikings are so good units right now in this matchup against stalkers. Insane. Like, you think you can kill them with the stalkers, but then they just shoot back and then the stalkers just fall apart. I still am not used to see Vikings win as many fights as they do on the ground. Against Protoss, of course. Oh, he's got a sniper barracks, no cancel on the production facility there. And another one I wanted to say here, but this one's gonna get cancelled. So it's 200 minerals gone, and a marine and stuff, only for a little bit of blinking around. So pretty good damage here from Classic. Of course, this command center was cancelled, so the third base is quite far ahead. Even the fourth base is done before the third is finished here from Taeja. So Taeja is ultra far behind. If he could have kept the fourth base alive, sorry, the third base alive while it was ready, I think he might have a shot still, even with his delayed tech, because his army is a little bit bigger, and he just kept on production. But like losing this command center over here, I think it might have even been a kill. We're gonna confirm this now. It was a cancel. Okay, so he got the money back at least, but yeah, it was almost done. That definitely might be the nail in the coffin here eventually, or you know, the stone that brought the Lavina into sliding. Lavina, the landslide. +1 finished up here for Classic. Is gonna drop into the natural base. There's no defenses. One Marine is not gonna do the trick. Kind of overseeing the work of the SCVs, but the SCVs are not enough. And now he's exposing the third base. He's exposing the tank line. 3 tanks all exposed here. He does kill 2 of those, and the quick reaction from Taeja does save him here on the third base. But what's happening behind? There's just so many zealots inside. He does finish up stim. He's not gonna finish combat shields though. 7 seconds and denied. War Prism tried to drop into the third base. 24 SCVs falling as well. I mean, this is looking like a massacre. Of course, I'm not expecting Taeja to win against Classic, who is currently on the top of Protoss. But I'm expecting him to put up a good fight, and honestly, I think he did do a pretty decent game here. He did show some nice stuff in the early game. He did show some good execution. He did show nice reactions. He does show decent macro. It's just not... He's just not used to the army movements right now, it seems like. He's kind of getting pulled out of position quite easily, and he's like a little bit slow to react to some of those things, and yeah, he's steadily falling apart little by little here. It's not like this is a complete train wreck of a game, right? It's just Classic, like he's ripping off a finger, then he's cutting off the hair, then he like punches into the nose, you know. He's slowly killing Taeja off, while Taeja is trying to stay alive after his failed opening, basically. But it just didn't work out. Ooh, very nice. Taeja's done. And yeah, this is not Evo, by the way. This is normal SC2. Taeja has been playing a few cups here and there in normal. Actually, I think this might be the first one I'm actually catching from him. Of course, this was the latest KSL, edition number 83. I want to say... let's actually check. It was a couple days ago. So last weekend is when they played. I think this is a Friday Cup, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, they basically played last week, so quite nice here. Quite recent. And that's how active Taeja is right now. Really cool to see, honestly. Oh, he's gonna try to go for the Evo block. Can he get it done though? Classic is scouting for this. Should not really get a lot of health. He's still gonna do it. And he's not even microing the SCV, so yeah, this is gonna be a quite fast deny, I wanna say. The SCV does get a scout, gets into the main base, but I think you're not even gonna change your build as classic here. Just gonna delay his gas mining. As you can see, he's even full on mineral saturation. He's gonna try to snipe the SCV before it can come back and get more HP onto that NG bay, or place down another one. So he's gonna wait till the last second, and this works perfectly with the mineral timing here for classic as well. We did get the cybernetics go first, of course, though. And we do have a normal Reaper expand this time here from Taeja, so no early double gas and factory. The SCV made it back, which is nice, I want to say. 5 HP SCV is still gonna bring 100% mining. And Taeja does go for a Marine after the Reaper, so he's gonna skip the add-on for now. He's gonna pull that gas, gets a little bit of a faster factory from that. What's this probe doing? Like waiting here. He's waiting for the Reaper. That's so funny, man. I mean, look at how high level classic is right now. He's individually microing single workers to not lose them. In a moment where there's not much else to do. Oh, that was a beautiful dive. Like, I think that was really good. That was so nice from classic there. The juke. Then waiting till the last second until he gets in front of the Reaper, and then being in the way of the movement there and getting the second shot off. Really nicely done. I feel like as Taeja, you kind of need to keep on running there. Does he get an SCV there? He's gonna get away. A nice save here, 1 HP. He's still gonna bring in the full mining. Doesn't care how hurt he is. So he doesn't care if he has like no arms and legs left, he can still mine 5 minerals per trip. And the trip is not gonna go any slower. Now we do see a Stalker here with the Adept. Can Classic kind of micro Taeja to death here? This is something that he has been doing a few times to other players of even higher caliber than Taeja is right now here. But Taeja is just gonna go for the Adept snipe here. And he's gonna run away the Hellion. He's not going to try to be greedy and get extra damage with the Hellion into the Stalker, because he wants that for a follow-up scout. Wants to see the third base location. These 2 Marines do fall though, and Taeja is kind of starting to bleed out too many units here. He's running in again, he's trying to get that Stalker. Indeed, he only loses another Marine. And he's only sitting at 2 Marines right now. I mean, now the Hellion kind of needs to come back, because, I mean, he's just losing so many units. Let's have a look at the units. Lost 7 Marines for a Stalker and a Adept. Now finally Medivac is there, but he's even gonna bleed out a... oh, he saves the Hellion. Oh, he saves the Hellion again. That was nice. He even loses an SCV there though. But yeah, that was quite nice here for Classic. And it also kept a lot of pressure off his back. It really Diminished like the first drop. I mean, look at this. 7 Marines, that's a full drop. He killed it with 2 Stalkers. That's a trade you'd take any day as a Protoss player in the early game. If you can basically already kill this drop. This would have been with 3 more Marines, or even only Marines and the Cyclone walking across the map. Now, this is like so little firepower. He can't even drop it in. Of course, it also got scouted, but yeah. He's gonna try to trick him into... Hey, look at this. This is where I drop. This is where I drop. Look at this. Here's my medevac. Look at this. Meanwhile, he's going with the units back. He has the Hellion. He did repair it up. Unfortunately, he's only hitting the Nexus there. Should have walked into the mineral line, actually, to maybe kill a couple of probes. Does keep the Hellion alive, though. He pulls it back in time here. Third base, of course, is on the way. And is about to finish up here, but... we are not seeing any extra production yet. Ah, I feel like this might have been a good spot for the tank, but he's gonna bring it to the low ground. Yeah, he already wants to... I still feel like this would have been a better spot. Maybe even over here. Oh my bro, we're seeing Mac. PvT, TVP, we're gonna see Mac. And there's an observer. No Raven, he's actually going Cloaked Banshees with his Mac. Ah, no Raven. So you want to get this scouted as late as possible, but Klexic is already going in. He's already confirming the extras. He gets the first Banshee for free. He's gonna cancel Cloak. This couldn't be more disastrous after a full scout on the Mac. Before the transition actually happens, he's there before the production is ready. He gets a kill on the Cloak, he then gets a kill on the Banshee, and he just wreaks havoc in the main base. He kills more of the units, he gets the medevac potentially, yes, he's gonna kill that indeed. And are the Marines gonna be enough here to clear out the Stalkers? I mean, he's still making Marines because he needs to. And even blinking down there, recalling the last 2 Stalkers. What an efficient trade. 3 Stalkers for a medevac. Let's say 4 SCVs, I don't know. Maybe not. Let's even not exclude the SCVs. A medevac. A Banshee. A upgrade. Namely Cloak, about to be finished. And that add-on. And 7 more Marines. I think you also killed the Cyclone in this one. And now, what do you have here as Taeja? You're trying to go mech, you have 8 mech units against 17 zealots, and it's mostly tanks. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen here. Tanks even not shooting at the actual army here. There's one Banshee which does not have Cloak, of course. So, yeah, I mean, there's even 2 observers, he doesn't even need Cloak. But there we go. Classic is just gonna completely wreck him there with this timing attack. Unfortunately for Taeja, he was good on the economy. He had the same amount of SCVs, the same amount of workers, but Classic was kind of all in there.